Live from the Year One Live show, it's Corey.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Rob.
The Anthem podcast with people watching.
Live. I
think all the people should make noise. Hooray.
It's a sad group. It's not quite Corolla at the El Capitan, but...
Rob promised them all money, and they haven't seen it yet, so therefore they're not like quite sold yet at the moment.
Hey, we fed everybody, right? So
yeah.
I should take that.
There was food. There was beer.
Yeah, was.
Good times.
Yeah, was is I think the key word there, unfortunately. I think everybody's upset because it's all gone.
There's still beer. There's still Coke. There's still...
Everybody's moving around in the background. Why don't say it?
That's Rob's favorite. So we watched the Love Letter. Everyone's seen it now, I think.
Yes. Well, everybody in this room has seen
everyone,
it.
Not everyone in the world, obviously. That'd be quite a feat.
We should work on that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think we can monetize that at all? Or?
Well, I mean, if everyone in the world sees it and we put it on YouTube,
right?
Then I think how many people are there in the world right now? Does anybody know?
It's like 7 billion.
No, not 7 billion yet.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's just say 6 billion people of the world saw it, which I think is a respectable number.
They watch that on YouTube?
They watch it on YouTube.
We make like 12 cents.
They click on the app, or click on the ad that plays beforehand, and I think we make like $15.
Cheers, that's good.
That's good. Yeah.
I think it's good stuff. Yeah.
That's exactly what we have to do. So,
and by the way, it's okay to curse. I heard Colin, censor himself. It's unnecessary. I'm channeling some Blink 182, but I won't do that. So
you don't have to, but you can say fuck all you want.
Fuck. Not that song. Why is that the first song that comes to mind when I say I was gonna curse, but I'm not channeling Blink 182? I feel kind of weird.
Do you only know one Blink 182 song? Is that?
Wait, I just realized he's like 20 years old, so he doesn't know Blink 182. Yeah, so Blink 182 was in their third incarnation by the time we'd already had Angels and Airwaves.
Yeah.
Put out 2 albums before Colin was an adult. So
right.
Not the same thing.
And since Colin made that question, Tom DeLonge has gone totally crazy and left the band and broke up via email and all that sort of fun stuff. So
sad.
Hooray.
Do you feel weird cursing because your dad's here?
No, my dad knows me.
Bill Baker, the Rump Shaker's in the house today.
He's aware of me.
Yeah. See, which is exactly the reason why my parents are not here. My mom was like, "Yeah, should I come?" I listen occasionally, but the language is a little much. I was like, "Don't come to the live show."
The dancing girls will offend you.
Yeah, probably. Well, we have a pole in the middle of the room, so automatically I assume strippers would be here.
We've just went to it with black and orange streamers, though, instead.
Colin speaks as if he did a little pole routine at some point during the day. I'm sure he did.
Colin climbed up like King Kong.
Nobody knows.
Side of the Empire State Building.
He actually has a crotchless pair of pants on right now. So both. Either one is inappropriate when it comes to Colin. Anyway, so
look at his face.
he looks like a hurt puppy. But hopefully, by the time this gets posted, you'll be able to go on YouTube and see the Love Letter.
There or shortly thereafter.
Yeah, so Colin would be the creepy-ass gentleman who stars in that particular flick.
Yeah.
Much appreciation to him. But yes, not so much acting. Whoa, yeah. See, this is why we need a PA person in charge.
Yeah,
I don't think
like a professional live.
Yeah.
Rather than me just like.
I don't actually think you know what you're doing. You just turn buttons until it stops.
Just hope that a podcast ends up out of it all.
Yeah, exactly. You guys don't know how much we cut. We actually do like a 4-hour-long podcast. Cut it down to an hour.
It's all Saturday.
Yeah. So get ready, guys. We're in for a long haul. Yeah. None of you are allowed to leave. We've locked the doors.
There's only 3 hours left in the show. Everybody get comfortable.
But no, while we were shooting it, my favorite phrase was quiet on set. Because the thing that we learned while shooting that is it's worth the money to buy a closed set.
Yes.
We had some folks playing something downstairs. Some sort of game system.
Oh, yeah.
While we were shooting that particular scene.
Yeah, the ending of the movie.
Yeah.
There was lots of ambient noise that was used to fill up the entire space there.
I wish that Laura was still here because I remember how frustrated she was during that whole process.
I remember how frustrated Colin was. He were on that whole letter that was being written. It wasn't "Dearest Valerie, I love you," and
it was like, "Fuck you guys, we are in hour 7." Yeah.
Why is everybody in this house high right now? This doesn't make any sense.
No, so people who who are in the know that there is a unreleased the Anthem movie that was shot, and we learned the lesson. Well, I learned the lesson. You didn't. You already knew. Corey was like, "We're going to shoot like a 15-minute movie," and I'm like, "So we need like an hour or two?"
That was released.
Is it? Is it out there?
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
No, but it's.
But we learned that a 15-minute movie takes about 7 hours to shoot.
Yeah.
So then we were doing a little bit longer one here, and it took much longer than that.
It got it down to a tight 10 minutes. I'm happy about that. I think 10 minutes is a good.
I think you take a sick pleasure in the amount of editing that you do, just all told. Because we have the feature film that wants to be shot this fall. I'm just going to call it right now. It's not getting shot this fall.
Hell or high water, it'll be shot.
Corey's going to do that like episode of Modern Family where they shot it all on the iPhone. That's just you. I'm shooting the whole feature film on the iPhone.
Real quick, just sidebar. If anybody who's listening to the sound of my voice has a Samsung Galaxy Note 4 on Verizon, do not, under any circumstances, download the Lollipop update because it'll brick your phone. I know this for one.
Corey loves to be an early adapter, and it backfired.
Oh, man. So my phone, I downloaded the latest operating system update for my phone, and I was getting, while I was standing in the Verizon store, it had 30 error messages in 2 minutes and shut down twice.
Yeah.
With, like, battery pulls and everything. And I'm yelling at the Verizon rep. I'm just like, this wasn't like this before.
Were you on a different phone?
For, like, the day where...
Yeah.
Yeah, I put my SIM card in the Galaxy S3,
okay.
Which was already ancient and
which you had for like 7 years.
Rode hard and put away wet.
And it's the only time I'm glad that I have old technology.
Yeah, so nobody do that because learn from my lesson. And Brett, probably don't download Lollipop no matter what your phone because there seems to be problems all around.
Yeah, don't download it just yet. That's our little bit of free advice. PSA for people out today.
Meanwhile, one person who's listening for like the hot Android news on the podcast is just like, finally!
I don't think there is that person. Which one of the 12 is that?
Corey, you didn't give a kernel update number to inform me which one was the one that bricked your phone.
It's 1.3.45.
There you go. Rob knows.
Is that? I don't think that's accurate.
No, it's not.
I don't think that's accurate at all. Sure.
3.1497532. Yeah, but it didn't have. I don't have it in front of my face.
I'm just gonna go ahead and take a break. Go ahead, you guys talk.
We're just gonna. If you're gonna yell at me about pie, you might as well grab the mic.
Wait. I think we got a little off there. What pie are we talking about?
Oh, we could do it.
You two both have that look in. Yeah, you look at that look in your eye. Like, did somebody say pie? Is there pie? Am I missing the pie somewhere?
We could do a point counterpoint on pie the number versus pie the dessert.
Yes, but let's.
Lemon meringue is by far the most superior.
No, let's not do that. Okay.
3 is my favorite digit.
3?
Yeah. Pi.
Have you seen the little graph that is like all the numbers of pi in the order that they occur?
No.
It's like this beautiful Etch-a-Sketch flower thing.
Oh, is it one of those things where it like jets out?
No. It's like all the numbers are in a circle, and it touches the number as it comes up in the order.
Oh.
So it jumps back and forth around. It's very awesome. And then you have to explain it to somebody, and I have learned the key to my life is if you don't understand that on my 2-minute explanation, I can't hang out with you. Because clearly you're not.
If you can't understand pi?
Well, no, if you can't understand what the graph represents, and I'm like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't want to explain it. I want to get the stupid people out of my life. I don't know. I think I've been pretty clear on this podcast about where I stand on stupid people.
Oh, man.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, yeah, here we go. All right. Now we got to cut that out because that's copyrighted.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
This is a loud bleep in the background. Thanks a lot, Colin.
Anyway, so we are here live at Andy Nelson's Pit Barbecue.
Yay.
Once again, we were here for episodes. Wow, that's
Somebody's a stalker.
I know, right? Jeez, somebody watches every week. All right, security, can we get him out of here, please? Somehow we just turned into a 1940s radio program, and then the horses came in.
I just realized we went through an entire opening day without seeing those guys do Who's on First. It's usually one of my favorite parts of opening day.
Yeah, well, okay, first of all, speaking of opening day, can we talk about how crappy the security protocols are?
Oh, my God.
Now? So we did what we usually do, which is we show up 5 minutes before the game begins because we've been drinking since 6 a.m.
Yeah. Well, actually, we started late because we had a well-advised casino night the night before.
Okay, so a little bit of advice from the Anthem podcast. If you're planning on getting up at 6:30, the last thing you want to do is to head to the casino at 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Does not work out very well because it's entertaining because there was a couple doing tango in the middle of the room by themselves. That was adorable. And some people won money. I was not one of them.
I didn't even spend money, so
You bought drinks.
can't lose. No, I didn't even buy a drink.
Oh, that was probably a smart decision. No, he did. If he didn't,
Yeah.
I would believe that. It was a smart decision because I bought too many drinks.
I drank on the Robert Cheek Charitable Fund.
Oh, God. This is what I see. I get drunk and I start buying people drinks and I
Yeah.
regret it in the next morning. So,
He was like, "Oh, I got this round." I'm like, "All right,
sure.
whatever you say."
So, we drank until probably like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right, and then we go to bed.
Well, first we Ubered there.
Yeah, and Uber back.
That was ridiculous. And then Ubered back. I don't remember the ride back. I had a flashback at some point of EP's 30th or 29th party where we were stumbling out of the casino. It's I'm sorry, I almost used her real age. What I meant was the second anniversary of her 29th birthday. I had a flashback where I was like stumbling out of a casino and the daylight was coming and I was like, we need to get out of here. So I don't remember. But what I do remember is Maldives for the win. That's right. Oh, play to the crowd that's local.
The two people who were there who know about this.
Oh yeah, I guess so our Uber driver had an accent, and I said, "I bet I can guess where you're from." And I did like a version of 20 questions.
Yeah.
In which I was misunderstanding due to Jack Daniels the answers he was giving to my questions. So he said at some point like, "I speak 17 languages," and what Rob heard was, "I was in the Army 17 years ago." Not the same thing at all. But, so I was like, okay, 17 years. Let's do some backward math. That must mean you were in Yugoslavia during that. And he was like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm on it. And then
then we all kept saying, no, 17 languages, not 17 years. And you were just like, it was in Yugoslavia 17 years ago. So it's like, hey, why is this guy in the American Army?
Yeah.
Hey, what?
So the solution to this problem is I referenced that I know his name was not certain sects of Islam because I knew that was true.
Right.
And then as we get to the hotel, as I'm stepping out, I turn around and I'm like, I bet you're from a West African island nation. I'm just going to go ahead and say Maldives. And he hops out of the car and opens the door, and I'm like, oh, well, that's sad. Too bad I didn't get that. And he was like, oh, no, I'm from Maldives, yeah. And I'm like, oh, yes! Absolutely.
Show of hands, number of people who know of this nation.
There's a couple of hands up. Hands up.
There is some like, nobody's going to test me on this. So
What's the
capital of Maldives?
Capital of Maldives, somebody. That's actually not a bad guess, but hey, they're not even nearby geographically. I feel like that's the answer to somebody who's like, listen, I was going to go to Madagascar, but I was really scared about Ebola because, it's like right there.
Yeah,
so.
it's all over Africa.
Yeah,
it's just like,
so-
no, you don't have to.
Like 4,000 miles away.
Did anyone ever see the? It was a skit I want to say on like SNL or Mad TV, and it was a game show where you had to answer the question based off of like the percent what the average American thought the answer was.
Oh, good.
So like, if there's one person who knows like all the answers, and he's like ringing in. It's just like, "What's the capital of New York?" Albany. Wrong. And somebody else hits it. It's like New York City, and it's like yes. And then they're going through the list, and it's just like, "What's the capital of Maryland?" It's like Maryland City. It's just like correct. You got it.
Yeah. All right. So back to the story. Don't drink if you're going to get up at 6:30. Don't drink until 2 a.m. Or let Corey go to sleep at all. Because what we learned about Corey, there were 5 people in the hotel room, and these are the lessons we learned. One, you have to get to sleep before Corey. Because if you don't, you're not going to get to sleep at all. He snores a little loudly. Nothing that's wrong with that, except for, as someone pointed out, he stops breathing while he's sleeping. You should really get that checked out, by the way.
Probably, yeah. I need to get strapped to one of those sleep machines so they can see like what's happening.
I don't even think they need that. They just need you to have a conversation in the middle of which you just go to sleep.
I would very much like to have like one of those healthcare experiences where like I've had like the whole sleep test. I've been there for 8 hours. They've done all the things. And then I just got a doctor with a clipboard who walks in and he's just like, "All right, every time you sleep, you stop breathing, your heart stops, and I'm pretty sure that you lose all function of your kidneys." And then just walks out. I'm just like, what do I do about this?
No, let's be. Your reaction would be lighting a cigarette and grabbing a drink. Like, everybody's got to die sometime. It's fine. But no, when the nurse of the group says you should probably get that checked out. Probably. Means you should get checked out. Yeah. The innocent.
I could just steal a CPAP machine, right?
I don't feel like you should talk about that on the podcast if you're going to do it.
Well, not steal. I mean,
like an admission to give guilt.
Like find one.
Wait, are we cam girls now? Do we have like an Amazon wish list? I want a CPAP machine, please. Thank you.
Just put a donate button. Get Corey a CPAP machine before he dies in his sleep.
We can't do a donate button because you're completely against taking money from people.
If people just want to give me money, then.
So wait, it's the begging part that you don't like?
Yeah. The begging. Okay. I don't want to have to lower myself to begging.
Sure. Or ask people for money or get support from people. That's fine. I completely understand. Anyway, so the lessons we learned are don't drink until 2 a.m. when you're going to opening day. Corey only wakes up if you knuckle him with your feet, which is how I finally got him awake. From my own bed, you perverts. I could see all of you. We were in separate beds. I got some long legs, so I just reached across the gap and knuckled him with my feet until he woke up.
Long dancer legs.
I have long dancer legs. That's absolutely right. But I think the best part of that morning was when we got the wake-up call at 6:30 that everybody was pissed off about getting. Corey answers the phone, and he doesn't say hello or anything. He just picks it up and says, "Give me a fucking minute," and puts it down and just hangs up on the person.
Well, my father will be able to validate this story. But there's a like a fugue state I'm in when I initially wake up in the morning where I'm completely unaware of what I'm saying or doing. And my dad would come in and like wake me up when I was living at the house.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
a year and a half ago. Go ahead. Yes.
Sunday morning or something like that. He'd come in and he'd say like, "Oh, you want to go see a movie?" And I'll just be lying there sleeping. And I'll be like, "I don't want to go to the flower show today." Be like, "What?" I didn't say anything about the flower show. I was like, "You said something about the flower." Like, I'll have like very intense conversations about something that has nothing to do with what was discussed.
Right.
Or I'll actually answer the questions, and then later when it's just like,
we already talked about this, Corey.
So you agreed to come over and refile my entire office for me? I'd be like, "What? When did I agree to this?"
That's true. That is absolutely
just in a general fog.
But so I would like to remind you that in fact there was an intense conversation, and maybe you were in a fugue state, maybe that was a problem, about you insisting that you be the first one to get up. So admittedly, I wanted to go back to sleep, but I wanted to get you up so we could get the process going because I knew we had 3 girls, and Christ knows we needed a couple hours for them to get ready. So I had to get you up, and then I went back to sleep. And you eventually did get up.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Right.
And we got down to the bar at an appalling 8 a.m. rather than
Completely unacceptable.
Was it really? Ugh, even worse. And then
We started drinking at 8 a.m. Yeah, that is true. We missed.
Who made the pancake shots? Who was that? Was that you?
Rachel did that.
Rachel made the pancake shots, which I didn't get to consume. Yeah, apparently it tastes like pancakes. I did not take one. All right, so for those who didn't hear that, that's Jameson and butterscotch schnapps in one cup.
Yeah, one
and
shot
orange
glass.
juice in the other. And apparently it tastes like pancakes.
It does. It's really good. I think EP got like a batch that wasn't like.
And that ruins it? Okay, so be light on the Jameson. Be respectable. Don't pour a Corey shot. You pull like a normal person shot. But I'm glad I didn't because I realized that I am now over 30. Well, way over 30. And I cannot keep up with you kids anymore. That's really what the lesson is.
I had a sobering moment on opening day. One
Okay.
of the few sobering moments
Was it when
where.
you
No,
got blown
well,
out?
that
Was it
hurt
when the
too.
when the captain came through? No, not that either.
Not
Okay.
that. I had a bit of a sobering moment when I realized, like, oh God, I'm not 26 anymore. Like this, I can't.
Your reaction is not like I'm not 22 anymore. It's like 26. So
Well,
long ago.
I think 26 was like we were still like in the prime
Yeah.
of opening day drinking.
Well, the best part of my morning was when, like, a few drinks in, I made like a Family Feud joke, and I was just like, "Survey says," and Corey looks up at the wall as if he's expecting the answer to come up. And I'm like,
Who knows? Maybe he installed something. I'm not.
I'm on my phone. I'm half listening to the conversation, and it was like, "Whoa, yeah, no." Survey says. Corey looks up. I'm like, "Did he really just look up? I can't even deal with that right now." There you go. Yeah. But yeah, so it was that was part of my. And then we. Took
But
a nap.
I will insist that gullible was written on the ceiling. Just nobody else could see it except for me.
And we had a.
Give me a dictionary. I'll find out.
I think I've told the story before. Like, I knew that I was growing up when I see like a girl in a short skirt and like a very revealing shirt walk down the road, and I pull up next to her and I roll down my window and I say, "Sweetheart, do you need a ride home? I have a jacket in the back if that would help." Like, I knew that I was a grown up when I started feeling like that. And then, admittedly.
Meanwhile, she gets in the car. Rob hits her with a hammer.
Wait, no, not the point. No, and then so
Plays the Looney Tunes music and drives away.
the lunatic. Right. Well, and then so again, I got another one of those.
Rob
opening-
needs women for his skin suit.
Okay, listen, that's a little much. All right, don't get me into your fantasies. That's your fetish, not mine. But when we went to, we were there for opening day. Like, the girl who was waiting on us,
Yeah.
had like a bruise on her chest, and like I immediately turned to EP and I'm like, "Do we need to have a conversation with her about domestic violence? I feel like this is our duty that we should talk to her about it." But eventually, we just settled on the fact that the location of the bruise and the size probably meant that it was a sex bruise, so we're probably okay.
Or she's an MMA fighter.
Could be that. Although who did she look like? I feel like we were talking about she looked like somebody. No? Blonde girl. Oh, Lacey, the sex therapist on YouTube.
Oh yes.
That's
Okay.
who she was.
So
Yeah.
there's that like feminist sex therapist girl on YouTube. You've seen her a million times. She's got the glasses and like the curly hair and the whole.
I feel like she's on BuzzFeed or something like that, but she puts her videos on YouTube.
Yeah. And our waitress at Pickles looked alarmingly like her.
And she had sex bruises, which probably just made it even worse. But yeah, and so another thing that made me feel old is that we sat there for most of the morning, and then we were like, yeah, we should probably, the crowd's outside, we should probably get ourselves together and get out of here. And I stood up, and I'm like, ugh, it's nap time. Let's go back and go to sleep. So
Rob was planning so many naps during the day. He was just like, all right, we're going to wake up at 6:30. We're going to be ready down at the bar by 7. And then we're going to get breakfast. We're going to drink and then nap. And then we're going to get up and then we're going to drink and then nap. And then by the time we get to like about 12 o'clock, maybe we get a quick 30-minute power nap in before the game.
again, No, and I was going to say, again, showing that I'm old, that was the plan, and I did nap twice on opening day. So, one of which, by the way, I wake up, the room's empty, except for EP. Everybody else just rolled out while we were sleeping.
I was out picking up Joe. We
Like in a
found-
bar? Like, were you, like, buying
No, just
drinks
picking
and
them up.
stuff,
Like
or-
going.
You went and bought him drinks and then brought him back to your hotel
Yeah,
room? Is that what happened?
I was just like.
Yeah, see? He's like, anybody who buys me a drink, I'm good. I'm going home with you. It's
Well, the
fine.
best thing is Joe doesn't have like he feels uncomfortable telling people no.
Right.
So like he's very eager to please.
That's why Corey is Corey's favorite person. But, you know, I will say that a couple things we missed out on this year, and I just like to, in memorandum, if you will. In memoriam.
Are these things dead?
Yes, yeah. We didn't have another incident of sarcasm is the ugly cousin of me.
Oh, I love that. So
I know
much.
that you guys are all missing out on that. We did not have Rob getting into a drunken argument with cops. But also probably a good sign that I'm getting older and I don't need to fight cops for that. So
I feel like we need Joe to tell this story because he does it better. Joe,
It is.
grab that microphone and talk about.
yeah, just tell that story real quick. Speaking to the microphone, and he clears. I half expect him to pull out like a unit.
All right. Basically, a couple of years ago, me, Rob, Corey, we went to opening day, right? And we were playing the Blue Jays that day. I was ferociously shit-faced, right? We all were.
Everybody was,
I
yeah.
threw up
Everybody
before getting
was.
to the damn place. But anyways, so opening day, we're all chanting, "Fuck the Yankees!" Yeah. And then there's this old guy tapping vehemently on Rob's sister's shoulder saying, "Hey, that's not right. This is opening day. There's children here. That's offensive."
And wait, just to interrupt, he had like a 7-year-old with him.
He did.
There's a reason that Sunday is kids' opening day. Because you don't bring kids to the real opening day.
That's
because
right.
drunk assholes like Rob scream "fuck the Yankees" in
For
front
all of us, for
everybody.
that matter. We were all chanting "fucking
No.
Yankees."
Anyway, so yeah, go ahead.
Yes, and Rob gets on this big legal rant. He was still in law school at the time, saying,
yeah.
Camden Yards is not owned by Peter Angelos or the Orioles. It is owned by the MSA, Maryland Stadium Authority, i.e., federal government jurisdiction. I can say whatever the fuck I want. They want to kick me out? Go ahead. I would love to have a $4 million talk with the MSA.
I love the love twice. I would love.
He did say it twice.
I was gonna say,
It's true. It's true.
If
I'm
I
going
remember,
Kurt Angle. It's true. It's true.
That's basically how the conversation went. I will say, though, for those who are lawyers and may judge me, I said that the MSA is a quasi-governmental agency, but because the police were there in their official capacity, that they were acting as a governmental agent. Therefore, the First Amendment applied within the bounds of the MSA. I'm looking at the long-term attorney sitting at the table now.
My
He's
dad-
not disagreeing with me. So
I thought you were going to get in the fight.
My dad is lightly nodding to say an affirmative response.
Right. I'm going to take that as an affirmative response. Anyway, yeah, so that was basically how that happened. We didn't have that happen this year, so that was good. We also didn't have, blonde girls.
Yeah.
I also did not get... She
who shall not be named.
That's what it is. We can't say her name. She doesn't know how to operate a computer, so I doubt she's listening. But the other part of that, wait, what was I saying? I didn't get accosted by a girl in front of a bar either. So I'm getting older. I'm getting a little wiser. I'm learning lessons. Some of those
Replacing getting accosted with females to naps instead.
Yeah, I think that's showing that I'm growing up.
Transitioning into his golden years.
I don't know if they're golden or not. My paper years.
I still like. So Rob sends me a picture when he was down in spring training of two old guys sitting next to each other watching the baseball game.
Yeah.
And kind of sweetly writes the "This will be us one day." And then I wrote, you think I'm living that long?
I have faith in you. I have faith that you'll survive.
Colin, there's a door.
He just like barrel rolled under the garage door.
Where's my James Bond music?
First of all, if that was James Bond, that was the most awkward James Bond I have ever seen in my life, unfortunately. Anyway, so we're growing up.
Colin's blood alcohol content is .07.
Don't get offended.
Oh, Colin.
Oh, anyway, yeah, so we're getting older, we're getting wiser. I think, and here's the progress as I see it. We used to just go and sit at the bar the entire morning
Yeah.
until the game started. And then we said, you know what, let's class this up a little bit. Let's get a hotel.
Yeah.
Let's get wasted and do the shotgunning beers in a very nice hotel room. And then we went up from that to this year was naps.
Yeah.
And when I think like next year we'll just like wake up at a normal time and
We had a sauna and a jacuzzi too to cap off the evening.
man, that was so nice. Well, first of all, I got to say the sushi we got was super delicious.
Eventually, when you got it.
EP's giving me that hangry look right now. I don't know if she's eaten anything today, but she was very hangry when we went to. And can I just say, Blue Bamboo in the Inner Harbor, everyone should avoid this fucking location, honestly. It's horrible. The food wasn't that bad. You had the food. Was the food good?
I mean, it was all right. I had. No, it wasn't 40 minutes.
She's
good.
upset about that, obviously, still. We've touched
Well,
on that.
the thing was that EP didn't get her sushi in a reasonable amount of time, and I will. Oh, hold on.
Getting on
Hold
the mic.
on.
Go ahead.
You can
Yeah.
just grab the mic. You don't have to
Squat down there. Yeah, it's.
Calves of steel.
Anyway, go ahead. Yes.
I would like to say that I was the one who was hungry. I was the one that said, I'm getting really hungry, guys. We need to go get some food. And so, therefore,
She was about to go Walter White on the Asian dude behind the counter. I thought for sure she was going to kick that thing over.
we went to get the food. We skipped 2 places that had lines all the way out the door because we said, oh, this place doesn't have a line.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and try this sushi place. EP was craving sushi anyway.
Right. It's a pregnancy cravings.
Oh, shut up. Anyway, walk into the sushi place. I'm the first person to order. Tell me why. Every person after me, every person in the posse, everyone ate their food, and I still.
Everyone
hadn't
in the
gotten
whole
my
restaurant.
rolls. Everybody
Yeah,
in
everybody-
the restaurant ate their food, and I'm still sitting there. And I've been in the food service industry, so I'm like, I'm not going to complain. I'm going to be patient. I'm not going to complain. Not going to complain. 15 minutes later, not going to complain. Finally, I'm like, maybe I should go check and make sure it wasn't forgotten. And of course it was.
Right.
And at that point in time, it took them probably about 15 minutes after that to even make the food. And I had to storm out and make sure that they took care of it because I was going to punch someone with some chopsticks and peel them in their eyes.
EP was outside, like by the water, like sort of like.
By the way.
And there
arms
was a
folded
dead
over, and
fish.
she's just like,
And there was a dead
yeah,
fish.
and I wanted.
Oh, God. No, so, and then.
I've now seen dead fish all over the harbor. It's not just.
And
over
that
by
is why
raw
Blue
sushi.
Bamboo sucks.
So, the other thing I'll say about that is it's a level of hangry I've never seen where person storms out, but on the way out they stop and point at you and say, "You get my food when it comes out." Like she was gonna storm out, but she was so hungry, like I want it when it's done, but I'm leaving to make a fucking point right now. But and to be fair, the only reason I got my food was because I was a fat kid and I got an appetizer and sushi, so I got the appetizer while you guys other two were eating. And then after the sauna, I ashamedly shoveled Philadelphia roll into my mouth while sitting in bed. So, oh god, we've unleashed a dragon. Yes, they didn't give us chopsticks. That was a problem, and it was a horrible situation. So just don't go there, especially if you're hangry, because it'll get worse. And the other worst part of that was we had planned it out, I think, very well. Like we went to the store,
Right.
and we were going to grab food, and we were getting a bathing suit.
We
to
have
eat
determined,
food.
by the way, that Forever 21 is for hookups.
It's for one night
like
stands.
one night stands.
Right, and everything's really cheap. It's made to throw away.
Yeah.
And more importantly, how unashamed was the girl who was with the guy she met that day picking up some clothes?
Just like grab. Like, hold on, I gotta grab a couple things for morning.
And by the way, I'm pretty sure he paid for.
Change of clothes.
Did he pay for that stuff too? Right. So here's what I'm going to say. Rob has said before, and I stick by it, dating is merely prostitution. That shows me that it rises to a new level of prostitution because not only did he pay for the cab/Uber, whatever, to Forever 21, because I'm sure that he did, he then held her space in line, he paid for her stuff, all of this to get her back to his house so that he could have sex with her and then kick her out. I guaranteed that's what happened.
Well, if it was, I think we should pitch to Forever 21.
Just make it. Just let's put some whores on your side.
No, like
so everybody knows.
one night stand headquarters.
Yeah.
Like how we came up with that brilliant idea for Royal Farms that they haven't taken yet for whatever reason.
Right.
Haloti Nada taking his chicken to Detroit.
Right. Now, I think that would totally be fine. And the other side of that is that I think that if Forever 21 is going to be the one-night stand store, that we should work with them and build gift baskets. Because although we were drunk, I do remember that I want to start the Derek Jeter's
gift
bags Twitter. No, because I couldn't get Gmail to work, and I was drunk, and my thumbs
All right,
were
so
bad,
nobody who's sitting right here, get on Twitter and make a Derek Jeter.
That's
gift
copyrighted.
bag.
That's copyrighted right now.
It's intellectual property, people.
Right. So I'm going to call Derek Jeter. Wait, no, it's Alex Rodriguez. Is it Alex Rodriguez or Derek Jeter? Is it Derek Jeter? Okay. I'm going to call Derek Jeter and see if we can license his name. Derek and I are long friends. And we'll license his name to baskets that will sell at Forever 21, and they will be hookup baskets. That's what they'll be for. So I think that'll solve a couple of problems. It'll let everybody know what's up. And
just sit it in the Uber when they leave in the morning.
Oh, my God. Market it to Uber drivers.
Get a partnership with Uber.
Yeah, because they're giving out water, they're giving out snacks, they're giving out gift bags, for hookups. So
text the Uber driver. It's like she's coming home from a one-night stand. So just like
it's a $25 surcharge. No, it's a surge
the
pricing.
guy from Maldives is just like, so I heard you
Shut
had
up and
sex
take
last
my
night.
money. But I gotta say, I totally would use that. I absolutely would. In fact, I don't remember what show it was, but there was a show.
Let's start a competitor to Uber and Lyft and just call it like Drive of Shame.
Drive of Shame. Oh my God, Drive of Shame. Okay, well, I'm not. Listen, I don't. Yeah. Anyway, you can do that if you want. You use all your capital and do that. But we'll do.
Colin's like, I have $20 to start my business.
He's
And
got a
it's
car. That's all he really
well, the
needs.
business license is $20, so thank you.
No, GoFundMe's evil. We're not allowed to talk about that because Corey doesn't like to beg for money. Anyway.
It's not that I don't like.
Yes. I'm sure you have before.
Since we talked about this in the last year, I feel like we can talk about it in retrospect a
Sure,
little bit.
yeah.
But like, if I wanted money for the love letter, for instance.
Right.
And I was going to send it to all my friends.
Right.
Like, I feel like it's if you're going to ask people for money, you might as well just ask them.
Well,
Rather than send them like an anonymous link and be like, fund my project.
It'd be like, here's an intro video to my project.
What?
The hipsters use it, but here's my point.
And there's people who are like, I really need like $10,000 to get through the next couple months. I'm making a big move across the country.
Yeah, I'm totally.
Need all my friends to donate to the move fund.
Yeah. When I moved to California, I'm totally going to do a GoFundMe for that. So.
I had somebody. I saw like a fundraiser thing like that.
Yeah.
Where it was like somebody got like robbed, and they're just like, I just want to replace all the things that got stolen.
Yeah, and people
just like-
donate. See, and that's the difference. You're not begging, and it's not saying, "Hey, because you know me, give me money." It's saying, "Here's a preview of my project. I want to make you an investor in my project. If you believe in my project, then donate to my project."
See,
that has nothing to do with me.
But I'm all about the investor system, though.
Okay, so
That's right
you do.
to me.
Indiegogo lets you do that.
So, like, if everybody in this room gave me $1,000
okay,
to make the movie,
I guess I'm gonna have to cover like $3,000 for some people in the room. But otherwise, God damn, it's
looking
getting
at
expensive.
Colin.
Yeah, looking at Colin. Oh, what a weak smile.
If we do the investor system, I like that sort of system. I would like to, if you gave me $1,000, return that $1,000 at some point.
Right, but you
When
don't
the project
do that.
makes
You
money.
don't return the investment. You say,
rather
hey,
than just taking the money and being like, hey, thanks.
you can be a co-star in our movie. And by co-star, I mean you'll be in for 10 seconds, and you'll talk to the protagonist, and you'll be...
You'll talk to Colin in the corner of the bar.
What? Well, no, I think I was the protagonist in the love letter. When you see the love letter, you're going to know who the protagonist is. It's a strong-jawed, silent type character who checks his cell phone so well.
Nobody quite checks a cell phone in cinema like Rob does.
Sorry, what? I
It's
got
like
distracted by Instagram. What is that?
It's like real life. It's like looking in a cinema style mirror.
My cloud score's on the way up, guys. I'm just saying it's on the way up.
But other than the play, Ms. Lincoln, how was other than that, how was the play, Ms. Lincoln?
Was what now? What? Was that
what
English?
Number one, I fucked it up.
Right. Go ahead. All right, reboot. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're gonna cut that part. Go ahead.
We don't cut anything.
Oh shit! All right.
The Oriole game.
Yes.
How did you feel? after?
It was promising, but yet horrible. I mean, we got everybody has seen. Spoiler alert: we got blown out really badly. So that part sucked.
Have you been saving opening day on your DVR?
Sorry, we've just ruined opening day for you. But no, I mean, we had talked about it before that it was like every good break went to the Blue Jays,
Right.
And we just you're hitting it hard. We're hitting it all around the field, but it just seems to be going right at their fielders.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
sometimes it's just bad luck.
it just
like
that's all, and you can only do what you can do. We won 2 challenges though, so like,
Yeah.
I mean, like Buck was on point.
Buck was trying.
Yeah, I mean, he was doing his job. It just sometimes that's what happens. And to be fair, I mean, we lost 20-7, and
It wasn't that bad.
A couple years ago, we lost 30-3. It wasn't that bad. We keep things relative. It wasn't 30-3, so it was better than nothing.
You could have got completely embarrassed.
It could have been bad. And it was I mean, honestly, about the 4th inning, it was looking kind of bad. We went
Yeah.
down like 10-1. I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be horrible. Yeah, and then it was like, well, at that point there was no shots for me. I was just super drunk and ready to go to sleep. But we don't abandon the cause. That's for one thing. That if the Anthem stands for one thing, it is, at the close of the 9th inning, we will be in our seats. If that's the middle of the 9th or the end of the 9th.
If the Anthem stands for anything, it's not giving up on things.
Right.
By the way, the keyword for the OTA Fitness Challenge this week.
All right, listen now. Because here's the thing I love about that is that we had a lot of people join the OTA Fitness Challenge, and then summarily over the next 4 weeks, they all dropped out. Now
They're all like, beach season isn't important anymore. We're in the middle of pizza season right now.
I was gonna say I showed. There are EP and I are going head to head for the OTA Fitness Challenge.
Hey, listen, I've dropped 20 pounds as of last checking.
Yeah. Okay.
Since then, there's been opening day and money drinking.
I was gonna say a lot of drink. I've been on vacation twice, and then, I saw a meme that I was showing EP that was like, the cute baby with the rubber bands on the wrist and the elbows. Yeah, that was her egg dropping. Everybody. But no, it was like a cute baby, and it was like totally not ready for beach season, but totally ready for grilling season or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, I've been on vacation. I've eaten really horribly, but at this point, I only have to beat EP. So really, I'm there. I just, oh yeah.
I'm sorry. How many marathons have you run this year?
To be fair, though, I deal with both of you on like a daily basis, so it's almost as bad. It's like the mental fitness.
It's a mental marathon.
I don't know why you would even say that. That's totally not true. And I have done a lot of marathons. Oh, listen, you guys don't know anything. You don't know my life. What are you getting in my face about? You do know I make that very clear. But no, we are still doing the challenge. We are still doing the challenge. You all are all fucking out. So now it's going to be about whether or not I have to pay EP money or whether I get to keep it myself. Maybe you're still in it. I just had this feeling that as soon as Lent was over, you'd go right back to the Coke and Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Not the cocaine. Just to be clear, not the cocaine.
If I went from the Coca-Cola to the cocaine, then I'd really be winning.
I mean, you would really win it a lot. I mean, that's the way to go. I got to say, if you
Get down to 120 pounds. Look like Christian Bale in The Machinist.
Nodding out, smoking. I feel like I remember, like smoking cigarettes, burning yourself on the living room couch. Like, isn't that what that looks like? I feel like we've seen that before. So, yeah.
Maryland has the cigarettes that don't like burn. They burn holes, but
Right.
they don't like catch things on fire.
Right.
That costs like an extra like $1 a pack or whatever.
Yeah. Welcome to Maryland. Thank you. Anyway, so opening day was good.
Yeah.
Opening weekend was better. Unfortunately, we're recording on Sunday.
They lost
but
today.
They did lose today, so they lost the rubber match. But
But we got the Yankees coming to town, and
the Anthem will be in the house on Wednesday.
the day before.
That's the
Torian's
official
birthday.
"Oh the Anthem" chant, by the way. There you go. The posse call. Avengers Assemble? Is that what that was? Let's go. We will be in section.
News team assemble.
We will be in section 272.
Yeah.
Row 2.
Find us.
Yeah. So if you can get into the club level, we do tickets. That's where we'll be.
If you're important enough to be in the club level.
Right. I mean, if you baller enough to be on club level, that's where we will be. Or you can hit me up on Twitter at Robert N. Cheek, Instagram at Robert N. Cheek, Facebook at Robert N. Cheek, and we'll come find you.
Yeah.
And we'll take pictures.
We can walk around.
Sure, yeah. I mean, we do anyway. Which, by the way, another important point I'm not maturing on for opening day is that I did not even go to my seat. I have no idea where the ticket was. I didn't
Spend most of the time in the bar.
I was at Dempsey's. I was walking around. I feel like we met you a couple of times. And what? See,
No, not Patrick Dempsey.
he needs to take the Orioles hat off, please.
Yeah, you don't even know who Dempsey is.
You've not earned that. But probably he's too young. Jesus Christ. Fair enough.
Listen, Colin just became an Orioles fan today, so he's got a lot of catching up to do.
He really was just like, I like the orange and black. I think it looks well on my skin, so I'm going to become an Orioles
So
fan.
this Adam Jones is the best player in baseball, right?
And
Everybody
now
boo
it's-
this man.
Security, I'm going to need you to, take me. Anyway, breaking news here at the News Center.
Can somebody get this door for me?
Who brought a baby to the show? That wasn't really a baby. I don't know what that was. It's a baby dolphin. Yes and, right? Isn't that the rule? Yes and?
Yeah.
Improv? Yeah. See,
Right.
I'm good at that. I'm also good at
Rob
calling
knows
out
one improv rule, and now he'd be a... Listen, baby, if you want to be an improv comic, I got you. It all starts with yes and.
That's how you become an expert in everything. Is
Saying
just,
you're an expert?
all you got to know is one thing that nobody else knows, and then pretend everything else. Or is that improv? I just dropped the mic. That's right. Not really, because it's in a stand. It is.
You better pick it up, or else nobody will be able to hear you. Oh, I guess that's not the worst thing in the world.
EP got to see my
Manny.
EP got to see. Oh wait! I don't want to step on the Manny shit. Okay, wait. Rewind that. Drop the mic. This is important.
Oh, nobody wants to hear you anyway. Manny.
But okay, now we can put that in there.
Yeah.
EP got to see the creative process though the other night. Like me going through the process of how I write. Was that not amazing? Were you not amazed?
She was not amazed.
Well, you know what? Fuck you. Okay, so. Okay, see, she's bullshitting now. She's bullshitting now. No, because at the moment she was like, "Did you just make that shit up? That was crazy." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's right. I just wrote that in my head, and then I recorded it on voice notes."
Rob's seen my creative process, which involves locking myself in my room, and
Stripping down to a white diaper, and then whipping himself over his own shoulders,
and then
punishing himself.
walking outside to smoke every so often, and just being like, "Shit, motherfucker." Just like come back in.
If
Hear
you've seen,
things breaking in the room.
if you've seen Angels and Demons, basically the albino guy. That's Corey's writing. Listen, why'd you have to shit on my? Yeah, it's like the same. Tom Hanks has
Hasn't
like long
somebody
hair.
kicked you out already? Yeah.
I know. All right,
Well,
anyway.
they can't legally touch him, so they just have to politely ask him to leave.
No, I mean they don't want to touch him, but he's like that grease. No, he's the grease deaf guy.
Not gonna catch me.
I'm touching all the candy. Anyway, all right. So I feel like there was something else we had to talk about. Opening day, the love letter. Everybody should go to opening day next year. Come find us in section 272 on the D plan.
We'll have beads.
We'll have beads. Oh, we handed out so many beads.
Yeah.
If you found us through the beads, please get in touch with us somehow. Twitter, Facebook, through the website, something. Call the listener line. Do something. Because I don't know if you noticed, but we got some new likes on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that was the beads. I'm very
It was
excited.
all bead related.
Because we spent like a good hour making beads the night before the game.
Assembling them hands.
Yes. And I am,
It was before the casino.
the reason we went to the casino so late was because we spent so much time doing the beads. If we'd gone to the casino on time. And then we, as a group, gave out so many of those beads. It was...
And by me, we as a group, you mean me and EP.
Well, she's a good salesman.
We, to be...
I think you did. And the
And
tatas. I mean, can we just say the tatas were probably...
And saying whatever it would take to the audience
Right,
that she was
basically.
like selling it to. It's just like, no, it's the latest health trend. Go check it out.
The problem is this.
It's an energy drink. Everybody loves it in Russia. Oh, the Anthem.
Yeah, totally stretched it out. But, anyway.
Everything is free.
My whole point about that was if a guy hands out beads, it's almost automatically creepy. It is. I mean, I'm glad we have one agreement there. Like, I can't walk up to a girl in the street and be like, hey, you want some beads? And I'm like, listen, I am a woman and you will respect me. And I'm
Well-
like, I don't respect you
Hold on.
anyway, but here's some beads. Take them.
Here's a point counterpoint to that.
Okay.
If I walk around with a huge string of beads on my arm,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, free beads, who wants beads?
Yeah.
Then it's not creepy. But if you just walk around with one, and
Right.
you like throw it at somebody, and you're just like, oh, how about them tits?
Well, I
Then
mean,
it's completely different.
The other complication was the real complication was that I mean I know that I'm super adorable and super charming, and I didn't want somebody to get arrested for indecent exposure by actually showing me their tits when I gave them beads. So I mean that was the other problem I wanted to avoid completely. Being me is not easy. That's what I
Hashtag
will
the
say.
struggle. Hashtag stupid Rob.
By the way, hashtag Stupid Rob t-shirts coming this summer. Everybody should buy your hashtag Stupid Rob t-shirts. We're going to make that a thing.
Ann says, yeah, like she can't wait. Like,
I'm buying 7 and wearing one every day.
I'm going to have my Monday Stupid Rob t-shirt, and my Tuesday Stupid Rob t-shirt, and my Wednesday.
Yeah, but then it's just one. You're fantasizing about it now?
Wait, you're
What?
fantasizing about it?
Yeah,
Get
I
on
think
the
that's
mic.
what
Why
you
are you
said,
Why are you bogarting this fantasy?
Yeah. Listen, I mean, it is what it is. Yes, you got my phone number. You can call me. Anyway, actually, everybody out there in podcast land, you have my phone number. You can call me. That's totally fine. My
I would love nothing more if somebody just rando calls you. It's just like rando. Hello, my name's Randy the Rando.
I heard you on your podcast. I was thinking about your underwear.
I was thinking about you talking about the Orioles with them pretty lips of yours.
I do have pretty lips. Thank you, Randy. Oh,
Those
those
dimples.
dimples, though. For all of you who haven't seen, go to at Robert N. Cheek on all your social networks.
I kind of want to give out Rob's phone number just so
Don't.
random people
No,
call.
let's
And
not
then-
do that.
And then just leave like just when he picks up, just say like the most inappropriate shit possible.
Despite all of the
Try and break Rob is the goal.
Despite
Like,
all
so
of,
I feel like if he gets like 15 calls a day where it's just like those dimples would be great places for me to put my cum.
whoa, shit got real quick there.
Like eventually Rob's just gonna be like, what the fuck have I done with my life?
No, so here's the thing. Despite all the psycho women that I have dated, I still have the same phone number from college. So I don't want to lose my phone number.
Right.
Everybody has it. So when all of my exes eventually call me and I take them back and get married to one of them,
Like
I
a-
want them to make
Like
sure
a
that
polyamorous relationship.
sister wives.
My seven crazy ex-girlfriends.
My 7 crazy wives. Yeah.
That's like Scott Pilgrim. I love that movie.
See, that's with the kid from Superbad, right? The kid from Superbad's in that.
Yeah, I just like those bad guys named
Is it? Yeah, I couldn't give a shit less. Anyway, so anyways, there was something else we had to talk about.
Well, we were gonna try and do some sort of crowd.
Oh yeah, well you guys are participating. No, fuck them. That's fine. Anyway, no. While we have the crowd, what were we gonna do? Questions or something? What was the thing?
Well, either questions or
Never have I ever.
we could do a never have I ever.
Yeah, let's do a quick round of never have I ever. First of all, never have I ever had an empty cup. Can somebody give me some soda for Christ's sakes in here? Anybody? Oh yeah,
Oh.
look. Oh, see, that's why she's sweet. That's why she's my favorite.
I like.
Diet, please. I'm watching my figure. Oh, the Anthem Fitness Challenge.
Hashtag OTA fitness. The word for the week is Diet Coke.
Diet Coke is your. We can't use that. That's a copyrighted thing. So
Diet Cola.
Diet Cola.
Diet Pop.
Anyway, so I don't know if we even have people who want to do a never have I ever thing. So
Well, no. Well, how about
I'm out.
this is the thing. Hold on. So you don't have to throw out one of your own never have I ever's because we don't want to put anybody on blast like that. But Rob and I will put up the 5 fingers, and if you think you can eliminate one of us,
right.
feel free to just throw something out there. And if there's a funny story to go with it, then all the better.
Thank you. I have
That's-
a soda in my hand. I'm very happy.
So let's take bets on who's going to go out first.
Rob's going out first. All right. So by these rules, I would have to drop a finger if I had done it.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm going to be out first.
Let's do an example that like obviously wouldn't fly in the real game, but like
Okay.
never have I ever been named Rob.
Oh.
Yeah,
wow.
so Rob
Okay.
loses a finger.
Yeah.
You know, never.
Wait, and then wait. Now we'd say, never have I ever had a girl call me Rob while I was having sex with her. Oh, you'd have to drop one too. Yeah, so
Yeah.
there you go. Okay, that's weird.
I've never been called Rob.
Eskimo Brothers. Yeah. Fist bump. It was like that might be the most perverted thing we've done on this podcast.
Just like-
and by the way,
subtle
Eskimo
fist
Brothers does not mean that we had sex with the same girl, just not at the same time.
Right. It wasn't a 3-way,
Anyway, so anybody have anything?
but there's still time.
Still time. Sure, anything that you want. Don't pull shit from Cards Against Humanity, please. I don't even want to get into that. Colin's been trying so hard to get us to play Cards Against Humanity.
He wants us to do it on air. Just
Well,
like,
here's the problem.
play
The
a
last
game.
time I played was at a lovely New Year's Eve party, and I have to say that nothing will top that particular game. The host of that party was so fantastic. I mean, the decor was great, the food was great, the drinks were fantastic.
Rob's just sucking up now.
The game was great. If there was a cat that I could survive and live around, it would be that cat. All other cats can die. By the way, I would just like to put out hashtag free Camden. Camden is a captive, much like the
Hashtag
critically
fuck cats.
now, the critically acclaimed book and movie Misery. Camden is a captive, and we all need to support. She's starving. She's had her
We need-
ankle broken by someone.
A sledgehammer dropped on the ankle.
A sledgehammer, yes, near dismemberment. And If you're driving down a highway in Baltimore and you see a cat with sad eyes from a high-level window, reach up and break that window and free Camden from all of us. Thank you. That's my one little political moment. Yes, thank you. Golf clap. No, but the cat at New Year's was not bad.
All right.
Gives me space, so I'm
So,
okay with
who
that.
wants to eliminate Rob? Oh,
Who wants to screw Rob? Is that what you said?
I said eliminate Rob.
Oh, okay, fair. Like a final solution kind of deal?
No.
Oh, okay. No, come on. Anybody? We all know I'm going out first, so that's fine. It
Yeah.
could be anything. Just
Anything
shout
at
it
all.
out one at a time. Wait. Giving or receiving?
It's got to be like never have I ever had anal sex. And
Right,
if
well,
you have to drop.
Well, we
the-
know Corey would keep his hands up for that. So, oh wait, is it giving or receiving? Giving or receiving? Corey has -2 fingers now for the receiving. Just saying. Anyway,
Well, are we starting off with that one?
boop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, how about that?
His name.
Anybody else?
His name was Gary.
We're putting 5 up. Well, we're down to 4 now.
Yeah, we're each at 4.
I mean, are we talking about numbers of times? Because I'm already out. I don't really. Just one question. Okay, go ahead.
EB looks like she has one.
She is mulling. She's got like 30. She's mulling over.
Never have I ever vomited in Applebee's.
Any chain restaurant or specifically Applebee's? No, I'm still good.
No.
Yeah.
I puked on the Charm City Circulator once. Does that count for anything?
It's time for
It was okay. So quick story.
Yo, fuck turtle.
It was St. Patrick's Day. I got booted from a bar for booting, and then maybe
He doesn't remember.
I know EB was there because she's the one who gave me the fireball shot that started the problems. Yeah. So I got kicked out, and I was just like, fuck it, let's go somewhere else. And we got on the circulator. And then right as we were about to get to a stop, I just like all over the circulator, and the bus stopped. I walked off into the night.
Oh my god!
I was just like, we gotta go.
Oh man! All right. Anybody?
I like to imagine that there's a bunch of people who have a story about like, I was on the circulator just coming over from work, minding my own business. It was St. Patrick's Day, and this dumb fat white kid puked on the bus and just walked off.
No, so coming back from my friend Megan's birthday party on the J train riding through Brooklyn, and apparently there was a group of us, and I stood up calmly, and the train stopped, and the doors opened. I leaned out on the platform, puked, gave a thumbs up to the guy standing on the platform, tucked my head in, the doors closed, and the train pulled away. And I keep saying, there's some guy out there who's going to tell his grandkids about, like, listen, a lesson for life. When I was 25, this guy poked his head out of a train in a station in Brooklyn and puked. Then he gave me the thumbs up. Guaranteed that guy's dead in a ditch somewhere. Don't be like that guy. And he probably won't be far off. But that probably is good advice, too. Luckily, it was one of those stops that had multiple trains so that I didn't, like, reach out and puke on somebody's shoes. Like, sorry, let's both get back on the train now.
What would be funny is if Rob was so drunk that like the doors opened and he turned around and he just puked in the puked the wrong way.
Step out to the platform, turn back around, puke into the train.
Step back on.
Doors closed, train pulls away. Parting gift for you motherfuckers.
That was basically my circulator. It's very drunk, so.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for the ride, sir.
All right, so Rob and I have each
We're
have
both
one
at 4.
down.
Yeah, we're both at 4. Anybody else? Yeah, hey, we've taken a dark turn.
So,
See, I told you, there's not enough people. I mean, everybody knows that anything they ask is going to take fingers away from me, so. It really is. See, I told you.
I feel like Anna's smiling like she's got a good one.
I'm sure she's got a question.
No.
Never have I ever had sex when I really didn't want to.
And bloop.
Define never, or define really didn't want to.
Just didn't want to have sex that day, and you got sex.
Okay, so like it was like a specific situation. Well, then yeah, there.
How many times? Again, is this number of instances? Because I could take all my fingers away. Just once?
Hi, Instagram.
Never have I ever selfied during a podcast. And bloop. Okay. Bloop. Bloop.
Never have I ever selfied with a cookie cake. I feel like I gotta pull a Rob and be like, "What? I've been sitting here for like a full hour and nobody's brought me any cookie cake."
Anyway, we got anything else going on here? I'm gonna update Instagram. Go ahead. You're giving a peace. You're giving a peace sign in this picture like it's 1994. Really? Go ahead.
The more you sing, the more we have to cut Colin.
Yeah.
I don't think you understand how litigious Prince is.
Especially Prince.
No, he's
No,
back to
he's
Prince.
Prince again.
There was a theater in Chestertown that was called The Prince. Now it's called Garfield, so it's the theater formerly known as The Prince.
God, I'm not gonna get that.
Where's Chesterfield?
Chestertown?
Chestertown. Where's Chestertown?
Eastern Shore.
Oh, I don't care then.
Yeah. See, I'm never going to get that 30 seconds back. That's 30 seconds of my life going away. I'm very upset about that. No. Yeah, yeah.
You want more time wasted? Move to the Eastern Shore.
Hey, listen now. All right, so
Now take it off.
Whoa! Oh, Colin just threw beads at the stage. Thank God you were looking because I was updating Instagram and I would have been smacked in the
Rob
head.
nearly died.
I nearly died. Don't fucking don't.
There's
What are you Gambit? What are you gonna start throwing cards? Wait, I just nerded out a little bit. I just nerded out.
If I missed all 1,000 cards, it's more proof that I'm just a loser.
I don't think we need more.
I think it's pretty well.
Yeah,
it's pretty well
sad.
documented.
You just 007 rolled under the garage door instead of walking through the door. I'm saying.
And then fixed his polo shirt.
Yeah. Anybody else? No. She doesn't want to get into it. No,
No, I've never been kicked out of
Never
Camden
been
Yards.
Any form of sex? Like penetration or just... Okay, then no.
No, I haven't.
I'm going to use Joe as a follow-up.
There was
Anytime.
There was some lean years during the Orioles where there was like 10,000 people there where you could probably pulled it off, but
We've seen people having
Oh, yeah.
sex up in the upper deck.
well, you know it's going when you just see some girl like sitting on a guy's lap and there's like nobody else in the section, just sort of like,
Yeah.
like oh they're having sex.
I got to say, though, club level is probably the place for that. If you hit like the doldrums of the year where there's nobody going, got comfortable couches.
I think Larry'd let it fly.
Larry'd be cool.
Larry. Larry, our usher, the
Slide him a $5.
coolest usher in the majors.
He'd be fine.
Larry'd be like, "You do you."
All right, so we're down 3. Let's get 2 more and knock this thing out.
Ooh, I get to keep a finger up.
Again, do I have to take... Do I have to take down for the number of strippers, the number of times, or is this just a general inquiry? Okay. Yeah, let's just kill this fucking game off.
Well, it's 3-1. So.
Anybody else? Let's get one more. Everybody.
Just somebody eliminate Rob.
Yeah, well, that's what. The name of the game is Eliminate Rob through the longest and most defunct process possible. It really is. I have done everything. You're not going to stop me. Go ahead.
I got one.
Go.
Never have I ever gotten tickets for an indoor basketball game through my sister in questionable means.
Can we modify that to indoor football game?
Yeah, can we make that indoor football? They were decent.
Questionable means.
They were decent seats too.
They were good seats. That's what happens. Got to upgrade to the semi-professional football.
No, it was some sort of so. You know your sport isn't doing well when your name is too long for like a proper
Yeah.
acronym.
Yeah.
So it was like the Semi-Professional Indoor Football League of America Professionals.
Yeah,
And it was just like,
it was something ridiculous. And there were like 6 teams. It's
Yeah.
that kind of thing where like the championship doesn't mean anything if you beat
Right.
6 teams. Like, okay.
wasn't it the championship game we got tickets to too?
Yeah, I think it
Like,
was.
think about this. Like, if you like just went to Arizona and slept with somebody who was on the Seahawks, or like slept with Julian Edelman and got Super Bowl tickets for it.
Right.
Like,
Derek Jeter's gift basket.
yeah,
right
Jack
there.
Jeter's give back.
They come with World Series tickets.
Good job. World Series tickets for you.
I would have given you lower bowl, but let's be honest. I asked you to do that thing and you said no. Upper deck for you.
It's like the Daniel Tosh one. It's just like, you got big titties, top shelf. You got small titties, beer in a can.
Okay, so I at one point wanted to set up a prize room in my apartment just to be like, you can take anything off the middle shelf. Thank you for coming and thank you for playing. The door's right out there. Yo, cab's waiting for you. Thank you.
But I want the big, huge inflatable, or the big.
We're
huge-
gonna have to go for round 2 then. Let's get that done. Maybe round 3. Chirp like. Oh, I
the
thought you
fire
were
alarm going off.
saying- I thought he was saying jerk, and I'm like, yeah, duh. Okay. Do you know who I am? All right, so let's bring this stumbling ass bitch down to the.
I think we've done good here.
Yeah, I think we've done something. I don't know if it's good.
Well, we had people here, which is the important part.
Is it though? I'm chewing ice directly into the microphone. I just want to point that out.
In case you were wondering what went wrong with Rob, it wasn't a stroke. Even though I wish it was a stroke.
God.
No, I mean, like, if Rob has a stroke, then I'm pretty sure I can replace him with somebody, like, with a higher cloud score, perhaps.
Listen, first of all, you can't find somebody with a higher cloud score. And number 2, we all know that I'm the heart and soul of this podcast. Everybody listens for me, so. Chirp, chirp.
Where's that cricket sound again?
Anyway,
All right.
so we've done enough damage for today. Let's wrap it on up.
If you want to find more of the Anthem, otheanthem.com, Corey at otheanthem.com, the Anthem on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, and the listener line, 443-219-7595.
What's the number again? Hey, don't step on my lines. All right, wait. Go ahead. Hit it again.
443-219...
Not you. Hang on. I'm giving the crowd a chance. Participation. That's why you want to do this live. Go ahead. And you just stepped on her, too. All right. Go. Go ahead.
What is numbers? Do I need to describe what numbers are to you now?
Okay. I can't describe what numbers are.
Never have I ever used numbers before.
No.
443-219-7595.
And you can find me on all your social networks at Robert N. Cheek, soon coming robertncheek.com, but you can find themovementinsurrection.com, foundinthefuture.us. We have some really juicy stuff this week because although Corey didn't want to talk about it during the live event, like seriously, cops are killing everybody.
Like seriously, guys.
Like seriously killing everybody. Toad's killing everybody. A dead drop. deaddrop.com, which is being revamped.
I don't know if it's any darker than Love Letter.
No, probably not. I'm looking forward to people's reactions to the love letter. Here's the thing: Colin wasn't having that much sex before, but I'm guessing after this, he's gonna have even less sex. Super creepy.
People are gonna be like, "Hey, wait, are you that guy from the Love Letter?" It's acting, man. It's acting. Now, do you want to get it? Now, do you want to get on the back of my van or what?
Anyway. Stumble right across the finish line. Oh my God. Oh, yeah. So,
You wearing a tampon right now? No? Good.
What? What?
Colin. I'm channeling something that Colin would say.
I need a. We'll continue this after. So, big thank you to everybody who came out to the live event. Yeah. Everybody, find the love letter on YouTube starting this week.
At some point.
At some point. Yeah, everybody share it.
Everybody
like
share
it. Subscribe. So, as always, you're listening to the OD Anthem podcast, part of the OD Anthem digital network.
For Corey.
For Corey. 1 year later, we didn't really talk about the last year, but basically, this summarizes the last year, the whole fucking train wreck of a podcast. So for Corey, this is Rob. For everybody here at beautiful Andy Nelson's Pit Barbecue on York Road in Cockeysville, come check them out. They're really awesome.